After our family reunion, I refreshed my banking app and watched $14,000 turn into $87. My sister shrugged on the couch and my brother-in-law smirked. We needed it more than you. 3 days later, they begged for more right before the financial crimes unit knocked. I stood in my parents' living room with my phone shaking in my hand. My sister sipped wine like it was nothing, and my mom kept knitting. Mom, I said louder. Did you know? She sighed. Sweetheart, you're fine. No kids, no mortgage, you always land on your feet. My dad didn't even look up. Watch your language. I stared at my sister. How did you get access? You left your login on the family computer, she said, unapologetic. Maybe don't walk away next time. My brother-in-law leaned against the fridge. We paid rent and groceries. It's not like we blew it. Looking back, that's what stung most. How casual they were about it. I picked up my bag and nobody stopped me. Outside, my cousin jogged after me. Hey, you okay? I couldn't even answer without feeling my throat burn. I kept wondering how long they'd been treating me like a walking ATM and why I kept letting it happen. It didn't start with 5 figures. It started with, I forgot my bill, and just until next payday, and my mom's sweet reminders that my sister had it harder. When I was laid off for 6 months, I ate rice and eggs and told nobody. 2 years ago, I paid off their credit card debt and they never paid me back, never even said thank you. Last week, my sister texted about the reunion. Just bring yourself and your card. I laughed then. Not anymore. 2 days after the money disappeared, my sister called until I finally picked up. We have a problem, she said, voice trembling. The power company's going to shut us off by Monday. I laughed, sharp and ugly. You drained my savings and now you want more? It wasn't just us, she snapped. Some went to mom and dad, dad's car. That's not help, I said. That's theft. She went quiet, then said the line that rewired my brain. You always helped, that's what you're for. 3 days later, my mom ordered a family dinner. No apology. Just a table set like a trap. My sister sat with her arms crossed, my brother-in-law looked bored, and my dad flipped through mail like it was a normal Thursday. Are we going to act like adults? My sister asked. Sure, I said. Start by confessing to felony theft. She scoffed. It was family money. You can spare it. This was the moment I understood they weren't confused. They were comfortable. I pulled a printed spreadsheet from my bag and slapped it on the table. $72 on makeup, $900 on takeout, a car loan payoff, transfers lined up like little lies with timestamps. My brother-in-law leaned in, face dark. You went through our accounts? Oh, I did more than that, I said, opening my laptop. I filed a fraud report. My sister's eyes went huge. You called the police? I looked at my mom. Still family business? The knock slammed the front door 3 times, like a verdict. A voice barked, financial crimes unit, open up. My sister's face drained white in the window light. My mom's fork clattered, and nobody breathed. My brother-in-law stood too fast, then froze. I opened the door, and 3 agents walked in. One nodded at me. We'll take it from here. One agent turned to my family. You're listed as parties of interest in a case of financial fraud and identity theft. My mom tried to cry. He's our son. Family ties don't make it legal, the agent said, flat as stone. For the first time in my life, nobody talked over me. Nobody laughed. Nobody called me too sensitive. I grabbed my bag and walked out while they stayed seated, finally quiet. I drove until I ended up outside my late grandmother's house. I still had her key. I slept for 11 hours and woke up to silence that didn't ask me for anything. The next day, the messages came. Dad accusing me of humiliation. My sister saying I ruined their lives. My mom whispering they might lose the house. I didn't feel vindictive. I just felt done. My brother texted a warning my sister was trying to claim I approved the transfers, so I sent everything to my lawyer and filed for a restraining order. I moved states. I changed my number. My boss noticed the difference and promoted me once I stopped carrying 4 adults' bills. A week later, an email from my brother-in-law's sister showed up with a $1,200 check. I'm sorry, she wrote. You were right. Thank you for being the example. I didn't celebrate their downfall. I celebrated the quiet, because peace isn't fireworks. Peace is no one saying, that's what you're for. I'm not your